Hi everyone, this is Bray from Bray Rock Games. This is Let's Talk 2. So let's get into it. This is version 13 of Birdy, alpha version. As you can tell, I added some sound effects when Birdy pops over the different island nodes or different event nodes, map nodes. Also in version 13, musical buttons have been added. On the left side of the screen, you can see the world scores. It uses an online database that I created so users can submit their own scores. More on that in a future update next year for 2026. What I want to show you is what happens when you collect the third power-up badge. I happen to know the third badge is in World 3. For those that have forgotten, Birdy has the ability to summon this little tornado. He can use the tornado to interact with different cubes like that one. And he can pop it out. All artwork and sound effects, everything is not final. The goal of Birdy is to collect these magical cubes. This game does not focus on any written words, dialogues, so anyone will be able to play Birdy regardless of what language that they speak. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and collect this badge. Awesome. This was already here before, but by clicking the magic potion up at the top of the screen, I was able to turn Birdy blue. The flowers seem happy about that. Pressing this button will discard the color. Birdy can also absorb colors, like that one from the block, and he can give it back. Pretty neat. One more thing. If I collect the magical cube, Birdy now flies off the screen, and you saw that the score is now displayed. The score in the upper top left hand corner of your screen shows the number of steps Birdy can make. The number of actions. Firing the tornado is an action. Jumping and moving is an action. I'm going to take a shortcut here. And that's another action. Not really, just him flying off the screen. Okay, so all 3 badges have been collected. I'm going to go back to the world screen. As you can see, the score says 270. So the last time I played this level, 05, I got 270. I had 270 movement points remaining. Alright, going back to the home. Alright, cool. Now, all 3 badges have been collected, and this island is unlocked. So, there's going to be more indication and more that I'm not showing right now. They'll let the user know when when the mini islands unlock. Each mini island corresponds to one of these worlds. I'm going to show you all what that looks like in the future, next year. This is for time attack. You can tell from the clock up above. And a bunch of other things. So, first, I already talked about the high score menu. But the main thing is Birdy. Birdy's attack is no longer a small little tornado. It's actually fancy now. As I know from the badge screen over here, I collected 3 badges, so I unlocked a new world. So if I collect something in this world of time attack, I'll be able to get this power-up attack. The reason why I'm talking like this is because Birdy does not have any words. The game has limited words, limited instructions for people to try it out. To figure out on their own. And so there's no language barriers. People will get the same experience no matter what device they're playing Birdy on. More on that in the future. Alright, let's go ahead and do time attack. And you can see in the top left hand corner, there's now a time clock running down. So I'm gonna guess that if I don't finish or collect that magical cube in time, I won't be able to complete the level. Now, let's go ahead and do the time trial. So I have 30 seconds to complete each of the levels. This actually works out well, because the last video was kinda long. I'm gonna take a shortcut here. And look, that's a clock over there. Let's try it out. Plus 8. I got 8 extra seconds, but that looked kind of weird, the plus 8. It was in a purple color. Well, we'll see what that means later. After all, we need to keep this video short. I'm gonna do this the typical way. Alright. Now, the real challenge. Collecting 2 cubes within 30 seconds. There are so many ways to complete the Birdy levels. This is just one of the ways. I look forward to seeing the ways that you all invent to complete the levels. I'm gonna ride this cube. Alright. Once again, these graphics are not final. They will definitely be updated. I'm gonna take this. Oh, there's a clock for extra time. I should have grabbed that. Let's see. I may have made a mistake. I'm gonna try 4 seconds. 3, 2, plus 20. 20 extra seconds. So the less time you have remaining, the more time you're gonna get rewarded or awarded if you collect the time power up. Which is very handy for this crazy level. I say crazy because I had devised so many solutions to this puzzle. Oops. Alright, green. There we go. You may have a most likely better way than what I did, but that way works for me. Alright, let's go. Alright, about to start off with World 8. This is crazy, so I paused it just to explain a bit. Actually, no, I'm gonna explain it. I'm gonna explain it. There's multiple keys. We need to collect all the keys in order to get the rainbow cube. The rest of the explanation, I'll try to talk while playing at the same time. Alright, here it goes. Clicking restart. Alright, so time to go. First, in this version of Birdy, when the user interact with the keys, for the locks, the time doesn't count down anymore like it used to. I am going to grab this cube, because this will probably be helpful. As I know earlier, if I get this time when it's low, when I collect this clock when it's low, I'll get more time, so I'm going to wait on purpose. There. Now I got that time. Gonna go up here. Alright, I'm gonna make this. Alright, I'm gonna have to wait for it to come back down. Going up and jump. Doing well. I had to practice this. Alright. Oh no. Let's see if I can recover. That was a mistake. Aw, man. Alright, I'm gonna grab this extra time. I came up with a strategy to complete this level in time, and I just messed it up. Alright, come on, come on. Jump! Nice! I'll still do it. Oh! Birdy's already doing his special attack. Nice. Well, let's see what this hand does. Oh! Normal attack. Special attack. And normal. Let's try the power-ups. Well, I'm gonna turn this on. There we go. And if I give this, Birdy's all about sharing. Alright, discard color. I'm gonna try this. Green. Oh yeah. That works. I mean, that there we go. Nice. Nothing else to do, so I'm gonna exit. Alright, back to the main menu. Nice. So let's try out some stuff. Oh, on the time menu, you can see the time cues have now been collected, which allow Birdy to get the power up. Also, let's try... Nope, I'm going to do this first. If I go back to a previous world, you can see Birdy has his normal attack, but how can you use his special attack? Well, there's a new button. I click on it, and I see the power up that I used before. So I'm going to click it to enable it, close it out, and now Birdy has the power up. Now, check this out. I'm going to go back to the time menu, and you notice in the bottom left-hand corner it says 0. 0 feet, 0 movement points, 0 action points. But you notice there's some other power-ups that Birdy will unlock in the future that will subtract more and more from the movements that a player can do. And this -10 one, this must be a game-changing power-up. But more on that in the future. Alright, that's it for Birdy. At least for now. This year has been amazing. So, thank you everyone for following Birdy. Feel free to follow the Facebook page. The Facebook page will probably get more up to date, but Blue Sky is also there as well. There's no Steam wishlist yet for Birdy. It will happen sometime next year. There's a bunch of stuff that can happen next year. But for right now, thank you very much for watching. And have a good day.